So I've been using the Baseus Bowie 30 Max for 2 days now, and there are just some few things I want to clarify. So first of all, let's say the battery lasts for about 65 hours. I think that's not completely true. Here is the thing. There is a ANC, active noise cancelling. So if you want to economize or preserve your battery, I think you just have to go with it transparency and just forget about the ANC. And then another thing is, but it can drain your battery if you're using continuously on the ANC mode. So that just stays, don't get carried away by the battery. But that's not really a big deal considering the price, and I think it's sort of a nice headphone. So the design is premium, you've got a button here, ANC, which is active noise cancelling, and then you have your power button here. So if you take it down here, click it down there, it's just power on. Take it up, that's power off. So they've got some sort of they've got like an indicator here. So if you turn this down, take it down, you just turn out, the white light comes up. And then if you take it up, it just flashes the red and goes off. So the same thing happens when you plug it in. So if you plug it, it blinks, continuously keeps blinking reddish until when it's full, it just turns white. So that's the power button, volume up, volume down, and then you have your charging USB-C, and then you have your headphone jack. If you want to, just listen to, use the wired headphones, you can go ahead and do this. So I don't know, maybe they were some sort of inspired by Apple, I don't know, but they look premium. And then this rotates up to about 120 degrees only. We've got the air cups here, so I don't know if these are able to be replaced or something, but they're quite nice. So I don't know. For now, I don't know, sometimes when you use these things for like 6 months, you start having complaints, but for now, that's just it. So if you've got some sort of huge ears, it goes with it, and you have some, I've got hair, and I've got some sort of big head, but it fits. I don't really have complaints. So sometimes you get some of these cheap headphones, these budget headphones, and you start complaining about your ears. But I've been using it straight up, but I've not really had any problem with them. So they are quite cool. The design and everything fits perfectly well, and they're so comfortable and stuff like that. There's something that I'm so impressed about it. So there is a tag here, they're reading something here, and they call this thing Baseus. So I've looked it up, and the Baseus, there are some sort of immersive technology, like the spatial audio thing that tracks you while you move around. So there are some sort of 3D, immersive technology that surround you, like a theater thing. When you listen to music while you're using this thing. So the Baseus thing is quite smooth. There's some sort of AI tracking thing around. So how it works is, if you put this thing on and you tilt or rotate your head around, it's sort of a track where the background sound is coming from. And for instance, if the sound is coming from this side, they automatically track the sound, and then they bring whatever you're listening to on the other side. So the same thing happens on the opposite side of it. So the ANC button is actually physical key that it doesn't really track, or it doesn't really turn on automatically. For instance, if you're listening to music and whatsoever you're listening to podcast, and you can decide to just pinch it on. So once you press it the first time, it just tells you that this is ANC mode. So the surrounding, everything around the surrounding just goes off. So you continue, you just focus on that whatever thing you're listening to. And then if you press it again, it tells you that transparency. Press it again and it tells you that ANC off. So that's just it. So one thing I recognize is they sort of try to churn out all the environmental noise and stuff. For instance, if you are around in the outside, like today I was coming back, the sound of the bus, sound of people speaking in the background and everything sort of churned and then brought it into one sort of noise. That's when the ANC is not on, when it tells you that it's actually transparency. So you can really hear the sound of people talking, you can really hear the sound of cars or whatever sound. You just hear a straight sound like rain falling until you take this up that you know the real sound. So that's just it. But overall, there's some sort of nice headphones considering the price. So I got this thing for £21.99. So I mean, for this I've been using the Bang & Olufsen and Beoplay H4. But you know, for something like this, those are quite expensive and super premium headphones. But if you get something like this for $21.99, I mean, they are almost a competitor of the Soundcore by Anker headphone with just around 30 or even 40 pounds. Overall, they've got noise cancellation. You can listen to music, especially if you are not using the ANC mode. It's up to 65 hours, which I don't really believe so, but depends on how you're using them. So that's just it. They rotate up to 120 degrees. The ear cups are fine, but overall they're nice headphones for something to use. You know, you've got a big head, so they extend and get something like this. So that's just it, guys. If you enjoyed this video and then what sort of headphones are you using, you want to just get something like this or whatever. So that's just it, guys. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye.